So today I'm going to talk to you guys about what is it that specifically that property management companies do, and we are talking short-term rentals. When I first got into real estate and I was house hacking, and then I decided to turn my house into a short-term rental after I moved, I actually tried using a property management company. I did it by myself for maybe the first year, and then I thought, you know what? I want to focus on my career. I want to focus on other things I have going on. I'll let someone else handle the property management. Eventually, I got back to it and started Live Free Hospitality, hence the shirt today. But I want to go through all of the things that a property management company does for you and why it's something you should definitely consider as you're on your real estate journey, and a reason that I could not live without it. Another thing a property management company can do, especially when they handle enough volume, is they can inspect your unit very frequently. It's a lot tougher when you have just one property to hire someone to just walk in and out of your place every time, especially if you're managing from afar or depending on the amount of revenue you have. But when you're working with a property management company, they can actually send someone in routinely because it's just someone that their payroll allows them to have. They can have an inspector on staff. They can get in and out of the house more frequently because they live there and it's routine for them. Now, what I think one of the biggest perks of a property management company is the revenue management. So for example, if you're managing just a couple of properties, even if they're in the same market and you've been doing it for a while, there are a ton of great tools like Price Labs and Beyond Pricing and a bunch of others that can help you with pricing and how to compare to others in your market. But I find it a lot tougher with just 1, 2, or 3 places to really understand the market trends and the booking dynamics. So what I mean by that is, for me, as someone who does revenue management for about 100 places on any given month, I see why people are coming to town. I see booking trends. I understand where on price, if nothing is getting booked, it's a problem. If everything is getting booked quickly, it could be a problem. But once I see like a couple places that are similar, once I see one get booked at a certain price, okay, I know that price in the ballpark and I can play around with it a little bit more. Whereas if you're only managing 1 or 2 places, you're constantly playing that guess and check. You're using the data available to you, but these algorithms are merely just suggestions oftentimes. Like, I have some places that seem like they're priced out of the 90th percentile, 100th percentile, and they still get booked at $600, $700 a night more than their competitors, but that's because they're some of the best places. So if I just stuck to Price Labs and took what it was telling me, I'd be losing out on close to $10,000 a month on some listings. So it's really important that you go with a property manager who understands revenue analysis. A lot of times I think it's difficult as an owner to have the experience with a small portfolio to price the right way. It's difficult to find a property manager who cares more about the actual performance than they do about just booking you up so that there is revenue in the door. Oftentimes I find that that's the easy way out. I know that it is nice to see a fully booked calendar, but I pride myself a ton on the performance of every listing that we have at Live Free Hospitality, and I want to squeeze as much juice out of the orange. So I treat everyone's properties just like I would treat my own. I'm trying to maximize revenue. I'm trying to minimize wear and tear. I'm trying to get the higher prices. And if I think I can't get a certain price, I would rather have occupancy than not. So there's a lot of challenge within revenue management, and a good property manager will be able to handle all those things for you. And most importantly, the way I like to look at it is, even though you're paying a property manager a fee to take care of your rental month in and month out, you would think that their experience would allow them to outperform what you might be able to perform. So even though they're taking a fee, they might be able to generate enough revenue to offset it. And now, even if you're making exact same, whether you're doing it or they're doing it, you are saving all of the time every month and making the same amount of money. So I don't know about you, but that sounds like a fantastic return on investment if you won back all of your time. And for all of those reasons, the communications at any hour that could burn you out, having to hire, vet, schedule, and coordinate payments for cleaning and maintenance vendors, the maintenance knowledge that comes into play and making sure you're getting the best deals, the revenue management they're doing to make sure that you're making as much money as possible, and the fact that they actually live in the market and can frequent your unit to make sure everything's good. It seems like a no-brainer to me to hire a property manager. I hire all of my stuff out, of course, to my own company, but I would never be able to handle or want to handle all of the different aspects of short-term rentals. I like the pricing. It's something that I'm good at, and I'll leave it at that. So if you are looking for a good property management partner, we are at the point where we're fairly exclusive, but if you think your property is a good fit, we want to continue to grow in the market, offer the best luxury accommodations that Poconos has ever seen. So reach out to us. We'll see if you're a good fit and continue to live free.